So, the title of this video is kind of a lie. I mean, I am making a Victorian / Edwardian inspired tea gown. A tea gown, a woman's dress for informal entertaining at home. These dresses, which became popular around the mid-19th century, are characterized by unstructured lines and light fabric. I don't know about you, but I just don't do a lot of informal entertaining at my home. I don't do a lot of formal entertaining at my home. I don't entertain. But what I do is I schlub about in my house all the time. And yes, I have garments that are perfect for this activity. But what I don't have is a garment for when I want to feel fancy while endlessly scrolling through TikToks. So what I'm making instead is a nightgown / robe combo, plus it makes my inner 8-year-old happy because all she ever wanted was the frilliest nightgown she could possibly find, just in case Peter Pan came calling. This 50s nightgown is supposed to button up the front, but I didn't want that, so I just sewed up the center line. I probably should have cut this down first, but I didn't. Not thinking this through will become a theme of this video. I have a few finishing details I need to decide on this, but for now, let's work on this. I have never been so intimidated by something in my entire life. There is a whole book of instructions. When they say advanced skill level, they mean advanced skill level. Hopefully I can do it. I've got the pattern pieces cut out. Let's cut out the fabric. Well, this project requires just a small bit of fabric. Most of the pieces are cut out. I still have more to cut out, but this has become unmanageable, so I am going to flatline everything because that is the first step, and then as those other pieces come up, I will cut them out then. I should rename my channel Cautionary Tales and Sewing Don'ts, because I never do what I'm supposed to do, and it always comes back around to bite me in the end. I know I should always make a mock-up, but I don't. I know I should always read through the instructions before getting started, but I don't, because I'm lazy. PSA kids, always read fully through the instructions before cutting anything out. So on here, it looks like A and D are open at the front. They hang open, which is what I want mine to look like. But that's a lie. They don't actually hang open. They're actually connected. This one actually somehow has buttons in the front, even though you can't see it. I don't know. But this has buttons in the front like this. And then this is just a flap that sews onto it on the side. I don't know. And then this one is, this flap is sewn onto the drape underneath and then has a fitted lining underneath it. But that's not what I want. I want it to hang open. So I get to make up my own rules, right? It'll work out. I cut out both front pieces and I'll see which ones look better hanging open, I guess. Luckily, I bought a crap ton of extra fabric because, you know, when I made that red velveteen dress, I freaked out because I didn't know if I had enough fabric, so I over-ordered this fabric, and luckily I had enough to cut out all three pieces for the different fronts, and I will just see which works the best. And it'll all work out in the end. Like, I'll make it work. Despite the extremely detailed instructions, I was very confused by what they were wanting me to do with these pleats. At first I hand sewed them down to the main body. It's a good thing I did this since it was easy to take out when I realized I had done it wrong. Here's where I realized I made my mistake. Let's try this again the correct way. trust the process. Ha! Yes! I ended up adding the waistay, even though I don't know if it'll add much integrity to the back of it because I'm not hooking it around the front like they say to, but I figure it couldn't hurt. And ignore my really sloppy hand stitches. I never said I was good at this. I've got both fronts sewn on. This is the button side. I really don't like it. I don't like the boob. It's big. I'd have to do a lot to it to make it look good. And anyway, this is what I had envisioned. So I'm gonna just do this side. The reason why I wanted to check is because I wanted to make sure that this was going to be able to hold the weight of this ridiculous back. But it looks good. I think this works really well. This is what I had in mind, so I'm going to sew this on since this is just basted, and then I'll make the other one. Sunday morning update. This is where we got yesterday. I basically just need to put on the sleeves, which I'm using the sleeves from this pattern, mostly because it fit on what I had left over. I would have liked them slightly bigger, but this will be fine, I think, I hope. I'm going to use the cuff from this pattern and just upsize it to fit the 3/4 length sleeve. And then I need to put on the collar. I think I'm going to go get some weightier interfacing. I have two different kinds of interfacing and neither one of them works really well. I can't remember what kind of fabric this is, but it's what I use for my sew-in interfacing. And it's super flimsy. And then I have this iron-in interfacing, but it again is also very flimsy, and this is a pretty tall collar, so like you want it to like stand up nice and tall. So I think I'm going to get new interfacing for that. I was also thinking about trims because this is looking a little plain. It's part of my MO that I don't like anything I make until I put the sleeves on, and I really don't like the way that this is looking, even though it looks like how I imagined it. It just doesn't have sleeves. So trim will make me feel better, right? So I was thinking either this lace, which I think matches the nightgown really well, but I don't know, is it too much? It feels too much with the lace and everything. I think I have like 17 yards of this stuff, so I have a lot of it. But I don't know if I like that. So I was thinking maybe this black velvet ribbon. I've got 10 yards of this, and I was thinking about putting it here and on the cuffs and the collar, and then I'm also making a belt, so it would also be on the belt too. And I think I like that better. I'm also needing to put some lace around here, but I ran out of lace, so I'm gonna go to Joann's and get the things that I need, and also put my camera on the charger because my battery is dying. Also put my microphone on the charger because my battery is dying. Perfect. I can't actually see what I'm reading. Ugh.